The Comedy Grinder. Streaming live worldwide from the First Church of Tillamook. Tonight, Rhett Casteel, Carrie C, Kris Shaw.
One thing normally true about most comedians is they like free stuff. I'm no different than the others. San Antonio, Texas, 3 years ago, there was a movie theater next door to the comedy club. They let us see every movie we can imagine. One movie I was there for, I can't tell you anything about today, Transformers 4. This movie's like 6 hours long. There's no way I could stay still in a movie theater for 6 hours. But it's mandatory as a guy. As soon as you see Transformers, you have to call up your friends and discuss what your favorite Transformer was. I couldn't do this because I don't really see the movie, but I still wanted to participate. I called my friend Jason up. He said, all right, you saw the movie. Tell me, who was your favorite Transformer? I know. Optimus Prime. New body style. Nope. Bumblebee? Mm-mm. Megatron, Starscream? No. All right, well, who? RuPaul. I was nervous. I didn't know he expected the answer. I thought we was going to go through at least about 50 more Transformers. But he's one of these kind of guys, he cannot accept something like that because he knows everything about every movie. He thought he missed something. He was like, look, Kris, I know you like to do your little jokes, but RuPaul wasn't in Transformers. I said, yes, he was, Jason. All right, what kind of Transformer was he? I said, he was a Dicksepticon. Also known as a robot in disguise. And one of the subjects open, I have something to say, Mr. Obama. I will not go to a bathroom and piss beside one of those fucking Transformers. It's super weird if the Transformer goes outside and turns into a Lincoln Town Car. I don't want to see that. Man, you didn't tell me you were a Transformer.
It's really funny. It's really hot up here. I'm like sweating. I used to be a fan of sweating a lot, but not anymore. That's what God invented air conditioning for. Pass around the collection plate. I grew up like religious. I did. I was a good kid until about 10 years old when I discovered sex. No, I discovered porn at an early age. Like when I was 10 years old, I thought that I had taped this Alice in Wonderland tape. I thought I found the tape Alice in Wonderland. I couldn't fall asleep without it. And so I put it in, and on top of that, I see a scene involving two females scissoring. And then it cut to a cat fight on General Hospital. And then it cut to a black guy penetrating a woman. Then it cut to another cat fight. And then it finally got to the actual Alice in Wonderland video. But it like, it was like her like swimming around in her own tears. And like, I was like, my dad loves to finish in weird ways. That's just... Oh my God, this is on the internet. I hope he doesn't see it.
Back on the dating scene, freshly divorced. Yeah, I'm switching the game up, man. I'm switching pictures. I'm actually not that kind of picture. Let me clarify that. I'm gonna go with a different kind of girl. Girls, you know, that wear glasses. Girls, ponytail holders. Girls with braces. I love braces. I just hate all the noise their legs make when it rains outside. Would you shut the fuck up? Everybody's going over together, and this is kind of like not really exclusive right now. I was driving Uber and I met a young lady. She had 5 fingers on this hand and 2 fingers on this hand. And we talked for a while before I actually even noticed. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with me? I didn't even pay attention to her. I should have known. Like, I flipped back through, the late night texts we had. And I was like, send me a picture. And she would send me a picture. And, like, she was, like, smoking a cigarette. And I just didn't notice there was 2 fingers in that picture. And she sent me another picture. She was eating Chinese food with her friends. She's really good with chopsticks, I thought. But she sent me like one of those sex pictures. She was like this. I never even noticed that it was just 2 fingers. I felt like such an asshole. I was like, I don't pay attention to detail. I would make a horrible detective. Name that joke in 7 digits. I hope she's not watching this show. She's gonna be fucking. She can't flip me off. I don't give a shit.
I dated a guy who was significantly older than me. He was in his 40s. I'm 29. And I would always get so confused because, like, when I would go down on him and something goes wrong, it was due to his old age. But if he went down on me and something went wrong, it's because I fell asleep because I got too drunk. Yeah, we did a lot of cool stuff. When we wanted to spice up our love life, we sent each other letters and then called each other on the landline. And then when things were going to get really heated, we went to MCL and we complained about the food. That's what we do. If you don't know what MCL is, it's a cafeteria-style restaurant where they're trying to cover up the smell of death with chicken and noodles. The tightest skin in there is on the pudding, you guys. That's what you're working with. It's the only restaurant that has all handicap parking. And when you walk in, they look at you like something is wrong with you. Like, where is your hover-round?
This is so amazing. A lot of people have asked me, have I ever performed at churches before? And after today, I can say, hell yeah. Fucking the first church. This marks for a perfect end to a perfect day because I started this day by living the American dream. I smoke weed and I watch Netflix all morning. But don't even get excited because I didn't pick out a movie. I just stare at the screen till I fell asleep. Because those are the rules with Netflix. They have too many choices. Everything sounds good, but nothing sounds quite good enough. Sometimes they even get tricky with the titles, like the movie Hunger Games. To me, that sounded like a real good movie. It did. When I first heard about it, I thought it was a story about a family that had problems activating their EBT card. I was like, this is really sad. These people are hungry, and they make them play games just to eat. We all know Hollywood's a big fan of sequels, because shortly after came Hunger Games 2. Yeah, EBT card still not activated. Shit is rough in the streets.
I got to do the 10th anniversary roast of the Naptown Roller Girls, Indianapolis's female roller derby league. It's a lot of fun, but they all have persona names. Like, for instance, one of the ones I got to roast was named, what was it? Dora the Destroyer. Right. If you go to her Facebook and check her out, I swear to God, this girl looks like, basically, if Tim Burton was having sex with Harley Quinn, while Hot Topic was just vigorously masturbating in the corner. Then they gave me, for my last one I had to roast, and I had never met any of these women, but they gave me one named the Asian Sensation, where all night I had been hearing how she was the fastest, the strongest skater. She could always stay in the lanes and all this other stuff, and that nobody could beat her. And I said, you know, I am just so glad to hear all that, because it's just great to hear about one Asian on wheels who can stay in a goddamn lane.
Something else I found that night is bad news. Show up at a Halloween party without a costume. I didn't have a costume because I already told you I wasn't prepared, but I did have a very large beard like the rapper Rick Ross, except I didn't have a mustache. Now, I don't really care for stereotypes, but if I'm short-handed and they work out for me, I may accept them. Now, everybody in this party, they were tripping on something, except for me. Because at that point in time, I know if it was free, so I was just an innocent bystander. This one girl runs out the bathroom. She says, hey, I don't know if you noticed this, but you have a pretty defined jawline. And with that beard, you kind of look like a black Abraham Lincoln. Yeah, that's kind of a weird thing to say, which means not only will I be shot in the theater, but this time it'll be for talking. Thank you. Finally, I finally cracked that cherry. If you didn't get that, it means you don't know too much about American history, or you just never been to a movie theater with black people. That's a funny joke. It's a very funny joke. I know the author. Her name is B.
I have a new debit card. It has one of those little chips on it. Those little micro chip dealies. Apparently it's supposed to, like, be there for more security. Well, like, you insert it into, like, the machine. And guys, I have never had more trouble with insertion in my entire life. Like, and it stays in there for a while, and, like, you... so obviously it was created by a man. And it asks you a bunch of questions, like, do you want money back? What's your PIN number? Do you want to go to dinner at 8:30? Like, just ridiculous stuff. Like, it made me feel so insecure. I guess, like, you could say I have a chip on my shoulder about the chip.
What is it? Is it cool to be old now? You can wear gray hair, is it in? No? Better be? I found a gray pubic hair the other day. That was like my first racist moment in my life. I was like, you get out of here, you little white motherfucker. Don't bring your ass around here. I don't want you around all the rest of them. Like, I know what you're thinking. This guy just turned into an asshole. He was kind of cool at first, but all bald hairs matter. And you're right, they do. So I shaved them all off now. My shit's silky smooth. I probably need to work on my material because, like, all my best jokes tonight have been about my balls. You guys like ball jokes, or this is a ball joint crowd. You guys can be the ball side. You guys can be the joint side. It's like, what is he talking about? We don't even work on cars.
Because of all the surgeries I said I had on my back and everything, I ended up with PTSD. That's a fun one. You know you've got problems when veterans of real war actually go, yeah, man, that's kind of fucked up. I even took myself to a psych ward once to just be checked out, just to make sure I was okay once. And they said they didn't feel I was a threat to myself or anyone else. I didn't really feel like I was, and that was fine. But they asked me what I did in my spare time, and I made the mistake of saying stand-up comedian. Because I felt like that was their only reason for shooing me out the door, was they didn't want a comedian on their psych ward and talking to the guy who thinks he's Jesus Christ. Standing there going, found him! It's way easier than those Christians back door made it be. So much easier.
My show is a little up and down, a little peaks and valleys, some excitement, and is disappointment. Silence, awkwardness, and that's okay. I'm okay with that. I hope you're okay with it. Most comedians, they're not familiar with silence, and they don't welcome silence. I do, because I realize there are two types of audience members. There are those of you that'll laugh, smile, clap, acknowledge, like some of the stuff I'm saying. Then there's also some crickets that I've strategically placed throughout this room. So when you don't find humor in what I'm saying, they're in the back like, man, this motherfucker is hilarious. I want to give a shout out to all my crickets. I hear you.
I went out on a date once, and it was looks like a guy who could be on The Bachelorette, and he asked me what my favorite movie was, and I said Mrs. Doubtfire, and he got really excited, And I got really excited too, and I asked, is that your favorite movie as well? And he goes, I'm a cross-dresser. Like, it didn't upset me so much because, like, we could share dresses, but unfortunately, we could not share a bathroom.
Like brown crayons? That's how we gotta cut out racism. We make everybody color with one crayon. You guys, white people get a brown crayon, black people get a white crayon, and we see how frustrated you get that you can't make real people. Like, it's fucking. You get familiar with that crayon. So I'm gonna have some crayons and some crayon sharpeners in the back. I want you guys to get used to it. This is how shit's gonna be around here. Now, if you feel like you don't want a brown crayon and you want to talk to me, guess what? I'll pass out some black crayons. Back talk to that. And for all you black people that don't want white crayons, you're getting silver.
So my name's Carrie, and people ask me who I'm named after. I was named after my great-grandmother, fantastic woman. But I get these idiots who ask me if I've been named after the movie. And I'm like, yes, my parents went to a theater in 1976, and they were like, you know, that girl that just ruined prom and killed most of her classmates, that girl's got some moxie. Let's name our daughter that in 11 years.
I think they should come out with cinnamon toast crunch pepper spray. Fucking for the guy who really didn't mean it. He just thought she was saying okay. And you're like, no, motherfucker. I'm like, oh shit. Pour some milk on my face. Would that be acceptable if it was like not that bad? Like, okay, asshole. The next one's gonna be pepper. Okay. Fresh ground pepper. Wouldn't that would be badass if like they had a fresh ground pepper rape kit, and then like after you like fucking kick a dude in the balls, you just get on top of him, you just tell me when to stop. I'm eating my fucking salad.
I'm single. I can't do the online dating thing because I don't want to pay to be rejected when I can go into public and do that for free. I also don't want, hey, swiped right, banged your father, and now you're here. I want a story. I want our shopping carts rammed into each other. He had sausage, and I had all of these eggs. That's what I want.
I like Church's chicken. Church, not regular Church's. I like Church's chicken, and I like Popeye's chicken. I like KFC chicken, but I like Popeye's the best. I just hope KFC and Church's don't mind being my side chicks. I'll explain that. Like, look, I'm fucking eating somebody else. Your breasts are fine, seriously. It's not you. It's me.
I was always jealous of friends with divorced parents because they had the coolest toys. I never had a Barbie dream house. I didn't have the convertible because my parents didn't have to pay me in gifts to spite each other. It was just pure love. It was a horrible childhood. Horrible.
This is a super cool ass room, man. I feel like I wanna go get. I bought some purple body paint a couple weeks ago in Oklahoma, and after the show, I think we should play a game of naked dodgeball in the dark, and we could dip our balls into the body paint and give purple tea bags in honor of Prince. I think he would want it that way, and then we would be known as the beautiful ones. Oh my God, is that original?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of doing drugs because I found that when I would smoke pot, I would be more productive, and I just don't want to be a productive member to society.
This is a nice venue. I like it. I feel comfortable here, man. I don't know why. I've always wanted to bring church and weed together, and I feel like I've done that today. This is Martin Luther King's other dream that he had. They don't print it in most of the documents, but I have a secret copy.
When they go to commercial, it says, "Do you have what it takes to be a bachelor or bachelorette?" And drunk me is like, "Fuck yes." And then like sober me is like, "No, where's the Chili's commercial? I need something stable and reliable."
I actually like to collect the sweat from my balls, and I like to make sweet tea with it. This is all the shit I wouldn't say at a regular church. Because I would be in flames up here. But now I'm like a giant joint, and I'm going to be in a flame. That's super cool, too.
I'm not a strong woman. I'm not. I think the strongest women you'll find are on the Vagisil commercials. And like the diarrhea commercials are a close second.
I like to incorporate food and sex together. Like when I can't come up with a good excuse, like if I'm ever in bed and I'm performing and I can't go all the way, I don't even get embarrassed. I just say, "I'm sorry, ma'am, our shake machine is down for the evening." It works. They just keep driving. Okay.
In Singapore now, it's the only country in the world where they had forced freedom enacted upon them. I want to see those protest rallies. What do we not want? Freedom. When do we want it? Never.
I like to stand like this sometimes to weigh out my options. And I didn't tell you before, but I named my testicles options. I'm up here. Stop being all weird looking at my cannabis truck nuts.
We are coming live to you from Snoop Dogg's basement.